Can really feel the love. Oh, look, we're doing just fine. Okay, so I think Weasel was right. You can't sleep past. You don't want to sleep past 1. We got an alert essentially at midnight that was like, hey, you need to get your butt to bed, or you're gonna be, you know, rising in the worst way tomorrow. Partially cloudy with a light breeze. Expects lots of pollen. Great. Allergies. Spirits are neutral today. Wonderful. And living off the land. This one's for the folks living in Stardew Valley. Check for spring onions southwest of town where the river meets the ocean. You can sometimes find a whole bunch growing right out of the dirt. Hopefully crows aren't still eating our crops. No. Okay. We're going to check out to see if that's something we learned from Pierre. Or perhaps I'm like missing items. Like I won't learn that recipe until I get all the items necessary for a scarecrow. Weasel has temporarily left the chat. Gotta tell you guys, it's real nice to be doing this, you know, streaming. It's definitely something I've missed. It's kind of the one, like, activity or creative outlet that I've had. It was always, like, live streaming and creating stuff for YouTube. Back when we would do that. And at the time, I worked at the Children's Museum, so it really helped. Now I actually work for a call center, and I still carry over, like, the things that I learned live streaming and trying to keep up a conversation and things like that, or how to talk to someone. You'd be surprised, I guess, how little people know how to just talk to another human being sometimes. I mean, I would hear it all the time when I first started working, well, at the museum, but I was kind of working around like younger people, and now that I work at this new job that I have, this call center, I work around people who are a lot older than me. And even them, it's like they just don't know how to communicate to another person and like assist them or explain things. So, believe it or not, you know, streaming really helped me with that skill. Kind of get better communicate. I'm not showcasing it right now, but well, I am. This is better. You know, I used to be a lot worse at doing this, and live streaming and recording content really just, I don't know, just helped with that. And I've never forgotten that this is one of the best things. A workbench. When crafting here, you'll have access to materials and any adjacent chests. That's definitely new. Well, I'm glad you're back in time to see this, love. This workbench is pretty rad. A model ship. It's like furniture. Budget TV. Floor TV. I believe we have a floor TV right now. Just a seasonal plant. It changes with each season. It doesn't need to be watered. Logs, fireplaces, pretty. Recipes, floors, crystal path. Okay. So we are not destined to get our scarecrow from you, Madame. Who else do we need to meet? Okay, so we can at the very least meet you. I think she's the teacher for the 2 children that are in this town. But she's the one that lives with Pam. That's right. So we're going to go see if we can greet ourselves. Greet ourselves? Is that how you speak? I don't think so. Introduce ourselves. Okay, we've already introduced ourselves to you. Where did your daughter go? Oh, she's probably teaching. If I were a teacher in a one-horse town, where would I be teaching? Maybe at the library. Or museum. That doesn't seem like she's here. We can rummage through the trash. A goblin. Let's try to see if we can get this geode broken. Maybe it'll have a piece of metal or something in it for us. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, that's cheap. Ooh, nice. Necoite. Sure. She might be the lake by Marnie's. Okay. Thank you, love. I'm going to go ahead and donate this while we're here. Geodes. We want those front and center. So there we go. We want everyone in the town to see these geodes. You know, if I were to travel, if Weasel and I were to travel, I think we would travel solely to go see other museums. We've really gotten into PBS, public broadcasting service. Found a lost book. The library's collection has expanded, which is the public broadcasting service here in the United States. And man, oh man, it's crazy to think that in 2020 we can still have a free service like PBS that still publishes. Oh look, there she is. She's reading. Penny. Hello, I'm Penny. Anything else to say? Nope, that's okay. Oh look, Haley. Oh, you're that new farmer girl or whatever, aren't you? Okay, that's fine, Haley. Thanks. Oh, I'm Haley. But it's amazing that we can still have a free service like PBS that, you know, still seems to be running generally fine. I don't want to say they're well funded because they're probably not. But it's crazy that we can still have something like that today, and that, you know, has been around for so long. Hello, Harvey. Anything else to say? I perform. I mean, his mustache isn't that bad. Come on, guys. Perform regular checkups and medical procedures for all the residents of Pelican Town. It's rewarding work. Anything else to say? Oh yeah, he still has more to say. Hope you'll find your own work equally rewarding in time. Yeah, but like, it's just crazy in like the amount of things you can learn and like the variety of stuff. Like you can sit there watching PBS for like an hour and learn like 4 different subjects. Leah, I'm not gonna get you a Joja Cola for a no. I guess we can go see the Joja Mart. Oh yes. No, talk to me. Elliot, a new farmer we're all expecting and whose arrival has sparked many a conversation. I'm Elliot. I live in the little cabin by the beach. It's a pleasure to meet you. Excuse me, guys. Who else are we missing? Children. You're the skateboarder that we need. And whose daughter are you? Okay, so we don't need to meet the wizard in order to fulfill this mission requirement. Make sure I'm not missing anyone. Walking around. Trash. It's trash. Let's see what we got in here. Darn it, get out of your room, child. You're never going to meet anyone, specifically me that way. I know this little girl, that's Marnie's grandkids. Okay, so then they're probably... I know that little girl usually plays skip rope somewhere over here. Let's see if she happens. We need to become friends with Marnie anyways, because we're going to need to go get Mayor Lewis's party pants, assuming that's still a mission in this game. Hi, need something? I might be getting some different kinds of animals in the future. Although I'll need to make sure there's a market for them, so I have to provide your... Okay, skills, blah, blah, blah. Just keep treating your animals with respect and good things will happen. Have we not gotten our cat yet? I'm just realizing we don't have like a cat kind of hanging around. Hey, that might be what we need to make a scarecrow. Honestly, I'm going to buy 1 thing of hay. Is that... No, that didn't unlock anything. Okay, well, we just got some hay for ourselves. I guess we can munch on it. Weasel has informed us that is Marnie's 1 grandkid. So thank you for that. Yes! No, do not chop the child. Jazz. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, I messed up again. Was that everyone? No. Who am I missing? Is the... You! Skateboarding child who keeps hiding in the room. I'm just going to camp out in that house until he gets out of that room and stops playing guitar. I cannot waste time with you. You are impeding my progress, and you must be stopped. Children. I mean, he's supposed to be an adult, but like, come on. Okay, he's not in his room. That means he's scouting the world somewhere. Where do musicians like to hang out in this town? He couldn't have gone far. Okay, we've got old lady. Okay, we've got adults hanging out. Hey, I'm an adult. Let me hang out with the adults. I wonder if I can get Pierre to cook dinner tonight. So you're a farmer, huh? Interesting. I've never met a farmer before. Well, cross that off your bucket list. Let's go to Pierre's real quick. I want to see... I don't want to look it up either. I can't remember how we get our hands on that scarecrow recipe. We're in a desperate need. 2,000? Kidding me, Pierre? Grass starter recipe. These are saplings. Yeah, okay. Probably get it through the natural progression of the game or something. Okay, skateboarding youth. I mean, are we supposed to be the same age as them? It's him. Oh, there he is. Yeah, I'm Sam. Good to meet you. See, I've always felt like... let's go through the list here. Sam and Sebastian and Alex. I don't know. Maybe it's because they're like these like stereotypical, like, here's the football star, and then, you know, this guy's dressed like he listens to, I don't know, Avenged Sevenfold. Is that even still a reference I can make anymore? And then this guy with his skateboard. They just all seem like they're so much younger than they actually are, and I just can never see them as prospective dating candidates because of that. Give someone a gift. Wait, is that... Okay, give someone a gift. Well, once it's bar time, we can definitely give someone like a coffee. We do not drink. You should be by Lewis's tent. Oh yeah, we need to talk to Linus. That's his name. Oh shoot, stop chopping the people. Oh, we can't talk to them. This is an Animal Crossing. We can't just endlessly talk to someone. Yeah, we need to go talk to Linus, because Linus is... We want to be friends with Linus. While also picking up this stuff to sell later. Maybe we can catch Linus a fish. Maybe he would like a fish. Again, doing this all without looking up any sort of guide or refresher. So please don't hate on me. Oh, we also got those spring onions too. Hopefully those will still be there tomorrow. Quiet on the set. All right. Okay, come on. Ooh, what do we get? A carp. Nice. I also see something poking out of the ground. All right, let's go talk to Linus. Maybe he'll appreciate the fish. It's okay, Lev. I know you called him Lewis. I mean, I can't remember anyone's name. Fish? Why would you give this to me? What? No, it's a fish that I caught for you, Linus. I caught it with my own 2 hands and fishing rod. Darn it, Linus. You're the first person we gave a gift to, maybe. I'm sorry. It's a fresh carp. Maybe he's allergic. Maybe he doesn't do fish. That's what we get for trying. No, that's a negative thing to say. Don't believe it. Don't do that. Don't believe that method. All right, hold on. I'm gonna check my phone real quick here. Ah. My beautiful wife messaged me if I could see chat about an hour ago. I can't confirm that. Yes, I can see chat. All right. No, we don't do beer. Beer's bad. Instead, we do coffee. And let's give a coffee... you know what, bud? You need to sober up. Have a coffee. This is great, thanks. Alright. Okay, I guess what we'll do is we'll head back to our farm. Throw some of the junk that we have here. Oh, you know, one thing we need to do is get Robin... Because I remember silos being relatively inexpensive. We need to get Robin to build us a silo because we're cutting up the grass on our farm and just wasting it because that's how we're supposed to get hay, which we need to start stockpiling for whenever we get animals. We're gonna throw the hay in there and the trash, and let's just go fishing. Nighttime fishing. Yeah, that's the only thing I remember too is that Linus likes coconuts because during whatever season it is, the coconuts are just on the ground. Oh no, they're in the desert area. That's right. Yeah, on the desert area they're just on the ground, and so you can just collect coconuts and then give them to Linus. But you know what? Linus deserves to have the effort. Linus deserves to have his friendship be something we have to work towards. We have so much energy. We're not spending our days right. We can probably be growing more things. Like, honestly, that's, like, we should probably be putting more effort into growing stuff. We'll do that. I think something happens in-game on the 5th day. I just can't remember what it is, so as long as it's not too impactful, we should probably go to Pierre's and buy some more seeds. Alright, come on. No garbage. There we go. Alright, show me a blue marlin. Bream. I mean, that's fair. We're fishing in a river. Oh. And in case my wonderful wife, Weaselbility, is wondering, I have a new tablet. In the past, we would use an iPad, but that iPad has since died. It doesn't work anymore. It was an iPad 2, the sequel to the iPad. Trash. We're just gonna put trash where it belongs, right in the trash. And it uses, before Apple came up with the lightning cable or whatever they call it, for their charger. So the charger, like where you plug it in at the bottom, stopped working. I thought it was a charger, so I thought it was the charging cable, so I got a new one, but no, it was the actual port where you plugged it in to get charged. So that thing was long gone. But now I have a Galaxy A tablet or something. Don't know what it is. It was cheap. That's what I know. And Weasel is right. We should start preparing plots for tomorrow. Nope. Since we have all this energy now, we don't want to waste it. Oh, I did this wrong. That was my mistake. I mean, now we're wasting energy. Why can't I move? Come on. Nope. There you go. So we can go like... There we are. Yeah, so this is all energy we don't have to expend tomorrow. Instead, we can expend it today. It's getting late. Sleepy time. Okay, let's throw this bad boy, nope, in here. Should we risk anything? Yes, let's cut down the tree. I believe in us. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah, okay, good. Good use of the remainder of our energy. Alright, let's go ahead and plop, plop, plop. And hit the hay. Yes. just gonna stretch a little. Yeah, the hay was worth nothing. How fun. So we made -$dollars on that. So the trash and all that also is worth nothing. The Joja Cola was actually worth a little something, so that's nice. And then foraging is foraging. Okay, on to the next day. I think we'll probably keep streaming for a little bit. A little bit longer. I said only an hour, but I'm kind of getting into the groove of it. Beautiful sunny day tomorrow. And neutral. Perfect. It's better to just not have the spirits interfering at all. Yeah, okay, so today we get the cat. It's Iggy. Also, FYI, my audio is about 30 seconds behind because I'm listening on my phone. I'm having fun listening. Oh, okay, that's fine. Cool. You see this cat here. Sitting outside the entrance to your farm. I think it's a stray, poor little thing. Oh, poor baby. The only thing this farm could use a good cat. Yes, we're gonna adopt this cat. Oh, Miso's a cute name. But I'm actually gonna name him Tonberry. After the great Final Fantasy enemy. You be a good kitty now, okay? I had already predetermined what I was going to name our pet, so that we wouldn't have to waste time on it. To our valued JoJo Mart customers, our team members have removed the landslide caused by our drilling operation near the mountain lake. I'd like to remind you that our drilling operation is entirely legal, pursuant to blah blah blah. Okay. Responsible stewardship of the local environment is our top priority. Okay, Amazon. We apologize for any inconvenience this accident may have caused. As always, we value your continued support and patronage. Morris, JoJo Customer Satisfaction Representative. Get out of here, Morris. Oh, look, we have some plants. Plants? I mean, vegetables is probably a more accurate statement. All right, let's sell these bad boys. Boom. All parsnips, all the time. Oops-a-daisy. Okay, yeah, look at this. 100 gold. Well, they want us to build a coop and reach farming level 1 and craft a... Okay, so that's what it is. So, okay. So, obviously, we're going to more than likely be reaching farming level 1 after we go to bed tonight. We also did promise to ourselves that we would go to Pierre's first thing in the morning, since we actually need to make a living on our farm, and not just have one plot of nothing, or just 2 plots of parsnips or whatever it was. Locked, open, not open till 9. Okay, we have 2 hours. I'm fairly certain if we walk into this area, where the dungeon is, it's going to activate a cutscene. So let's go ahead and go up here. If not, then we can probably just say good morning to Linus. Oh, it didn't activate that cutscene. Okay. That's fine. We're going to have to break our promise and try to see if we can get that cutscene started for the dungeon area. Again, no voices. Don't want to set expectations. I was just peering down into this old mine shaft. It's been abandoned for decades. Still, there's probably good ore down there, but a dark place undisturbed for so long, I'm afraid ore isn't the only thing you'll find. Here, take this. You might need it. Really good, really brave of them to avoid, the Legend of Zelda reference. Like, it's dangerous to go alone. Take this. Name is Marlon. Marlon? Sure. By the way, I run the Adventurers Guild right outside. I'll keep my eye on you. Prove yourself, and I might think about making you a member. Thanks, Eyepatch. All right. Let's try to see if we can at least get a little bit of copper. I'm not sure... Well, we're not going to get it out of this because these are just rocks, but... Once our energy gets to about half, yeah, we're going to go ahead and probably call it there for exploring the mine. So that we can still... Oh yeah, I'm going to have to change all this. Because this is not the setup that I like for my weapons and whatnot. Don't you think about it. We are going to stay healthy. Can't remember if the quartz is something we can donate. Or... I think it's just a crafting item. Oh, this is going to be a nightmare. No! Curse you! Just drop it wherever. Trash it. Okay. Well, never mind. We're going to leave now. We're leaving at now o'clock. Leave the mine. We can probably... Yeah, well, okay, so we'll go down to the library. And, we still have a lot of time. Let's say good morning to Linus, because that's the right thing to do. Please don't destroy my... No, we're not Linus. It's happened before. Oh. It's okay, Linus. We'll protect you. Alright, so we're going to go down to the museum and donate what we can. I can't remember if the quartz is something you actually donate or not, but we're about to find out. Or I'm about to find out. Perhaps you already know. So, let's see. Again, it's so pretty with all the leaves. Oh, this is Jojamart. Although I believe we can still make our way down here. The only good thing from the Jojamart was the Joja-Cola sign. And that's it. That's all you need them for. You can get rid of them after that. Excuse me, child. I'm on a mission. Ah, yes, so it is something you can donate. Okay, I thought so. Wonderful. It's always so funny to me, like in these games, you know, like Animal Crossing and this one where, you know, you have the museum and it's this fully established, completely built building and it's got jack squat in it. Now, in New Horizons, you know, they kind of incorporate that into the story a little bit where, reach level 5 in the mines, where, you know, you build it. You are the one who builds it from the ground up. You know, the museum isn't already there. But like in New Leaf, for example, you know, it's like the town is run down and it's falling apart. And the only thing that's standing somehow is the museum with absolutely nothing in it. So it's always just like, well, what caused, like, did everything get stolen? Like, what was the initial thought process in establishing this establishment and then not doing anything with it? Okay, bean starters. Takes 10 days, and then it keeps growing after that. So we're going to only buy 8 of these. There we go. And then we just grew all our parsnips out. So that's 9. And then we had 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on like the other little plot. Okay, good. So let's go this way. Yeah, because we had grown the parsnips all like on those like almost 2.5 plots of land essentially. And then we're gonna get beans established. These green beans? No, they're just beans. I'm fairly certain they're green beans. I'm probably gonna chop this tree down because it's a little obstructive. Breaks up the lay of the land. We can't have the aesthetic of our farm get ruined now. That's just not good. And usually what I like to do with the bean plants is actually grow them in a line, like these that have like trellises and stuff. Because, you know, eventually, I don't think we can do it. Yeah, we can't do it with this one. We need to upgrade it. Eventually, you know, you can water things like in a straight line. So then that's why we'll grow the beans out in a line formation like that. And then everything else we keep like this just because it looks nice. No. Okay, you stop that. But I also think like after like some of the trellises, like especially for the grapes, they kind of like look like they link together, so it kind of makes sense to have them in a bit of a line formation. Yeah, we're probably going to chop this tree down in a quick second. We have more than enough time and probably enough money to go buy additional plants. Oh, you know what? Now that I'm remembering it, my brain triggered again. We need to save we need to save at least one vegetable because that's something we're going to have to turn into the community center once it opens up. So we need to keep that in mind as well. Let's go ahead and take another stop at Pierre's. So we haven't grown any cauliflower, so let's do that next. Okay, that's it. We can only get 3 cauliflower. Darn. It takes 12 days to produce a large cauliflower. Yeah. Oh, man. Okay, that's fine. We're broke, and there's not much we can do about that. Ain't that just the way? Oh, and Lewis's birthday, is that tomorrow? Memory serves right? No, 2 days. Okay, what's this? The Egg Festival. We got to knock it out of the park in one. All right, we got to get all the eggs to win the Egg Festival so that we don't have to worry about it again next year. Because it's not like, you know, I think all egg-based activities are just not like the funnest. You know, whether it's the Egg Day in Animal Crossing, the Egg Festival in this game, or even just Easter here in the United States. You know, I'm not one for Easter egg hunts. Mostly because living in Texas, like, you know, you're racing to get the eggs, not because you want to beat everyone and, like, have the most candy, but more because if you don't get those eggs within 2 minutes, you're not going to have a complete candy bar inside of that plastic egg. You're going to have, you know, Snickers soup, essentially, which does not sound delicious as that sentence was. Okay, so we've already got all that. It's still a pretty good time, and we're broke. So we're gonna, you know what? We have some time to where I think we can get to the ocean and do some ocean fishing. So let's get that in order. We're gonna try to catch some ocean fish. You need 5 gold quality parsnips for the community center as well as 1 of each veggie. Thank you, love. That's right. Because I'm going to try and poke around at the community center again. I don't know or remember what kind of like activates that. Yeah, it's still locked. We're probably going to get a letter or something. Just impatient. I want to get to the core of the game, you know, which is the community center. Okay, let's go down to the ocean. Do some ocean fishing. Oh, look, everyone's having a field trip. Oh, we got some seashells. Or I say shells, like there's multiple. Does that have a plus on it? I guess just to pick up. Alright. Let's get catching. I remember when I had an iPod Touch. When they first came out, I was junior in high school. Fairly certain I was a junior, not a sophomore. And there was a game, and it was the only game that I had on the iPod Touch at the time, because I didn't know that whenever you like download anything on your device, like you get an email about it. And so the account I had on my iPod Touch was my mom's account. So I downloaded this game, and she got an email about it, and she freaked out, and she's like, "Don't download anything ever again." I was like, "Okay, Mom." So it was the only game that I had, but it was like this fishing game, and you fished and the ocean. But the thing that I remember about it, the thing like blew my mind, and I guess is the reason why it still sticks with me today, is we're gonna go ahead and eat this. Eat the seaweed. The thing that had blown my mind about it was you had to flick the iPod Touch. I'm not gonna call it the iTouch. It's horrible. You had to flick the iPod Touch to cast out the line, and I don't remember, like, once you caught the fish, I don't think you had to, like, you know, pull the iPod Touch back. I think you actually, like, wound something on the phone. Oh man, got a halibut. Fancy. But that just reminded, like, doing this ocean, saying just the phrase ocean fishing reminded me of that, that little mini game. And it was like 3D. It was really cool. I highly doubt it's even like a game anymore. And the biggest thing was that it was free, even though, you know, my mom freaked out, because, hey, you know, oh no, all of a sudden you're getting this strange email. Just, that trash can stay on the floor. I'm sure it's fine. You know, all of a sudden you're getting this strange email. And back then, you know, the biggest fear that you could get on the biggest fear that you had giving a child a phone was, you know, commercials. There would always be these commercials that were like, you know, oh man, text, you know, 4856, or, you know, text, like, I don't know, what's an example, like, friends to 4856, and you can get a link to download a ringtone that's the theme song to the sitcom Friends, or something like that. And you would, you know, you just absentmindedly think, oh, hey, you know, I'm going to go ahead and text this number and say that I want the ringtone to Friends. And then what you would end up doing is subscribing yourself to, like, a service that would charge you like $5-10 a month, that almost, like, would do nothing. Like, sure, like, you would have to, like, figure out some roundabout way to get, like additional ringtones or something like that, or you would just get these text messages all the time advertising stuff, but yet you were being charged for it. But it wasn't like subscription services today, you know, where you, like with Netflix, right, where you put on like a credit card or what have you. It would charge your phone, like your phone bill. And I don't know if this is still like a thing now, but even as recently as like 5 years ago, whenever I'd look at like the Google Play Store, because I've always had an Android, there was always an option to where I could buy something like an app or an in-app purchase and charge it to my phone bill. I had Sprint at the time. Now I have AT&T, and I'm not sure if that's an option, or, you know, maybe they've you know, changed things because there were so many cases of like kids charging their parents' phone bills or cards or whatever. But that was the thing, right? And then so you get your phone bill, and all of a sudden you would see this charge of like 10-15 bucks a month, and it would be like, you know, star ringtones or something weird like that. The one that I did get in trouble with was there was these commercials for something called KBG, not the like Russian spy service, but they were called like knowledge base something, and it was a phone number that you could text a question to, and you were supposed to get the answer to whatever it was. Like, it was essentially, you know, Google. But I think the idea was that there was an actual person who was looking at these text messages, and they advertised this service, and, you know, you could just send a text message to it. There was, you know, no issue in doing that. There wasn't like a website and you had to like click accept or something. Just merely sending out the text message was considered like, you know, consent to any charges. And so I had a little flip phone, and this I was like in middle school. I was easily like in 8th grade. And so we kept like asking it questions like, oh yeah, like I heard about this, you know, I saw this commercial for this thing called KBG, and you could ask it all these questions. And where Weasel and I are from, because we're I know you need those fish for the community center. Yeah, we do. We're not catching anything particularly rare, I think, right now, but we'll sell at least the duplicates that we have right here, these lower leveled ones, just to be safe. So let's go ahead and take care of that right now, and then we'll knock out, go to bed. But at least keep the high level ones, because we might need the high level ones. And can I? Yeah, I just sent in one there. It's like, oh yeah, I saw this little commercial for something called KBG, and you can text it all these questions. And I thought I was the coolest kid in middle school, and we kept asking all these questions. And where Weasel and I are from is like an oil town, and at the time it was a big town for oil. So all the questions we kept asking were related, like, what are the richest counties in Texas, and where is the most oil produced? And we were trying to see, because so many of our parents and like our teachers would be like, oh, the county you guys are, the county that we all live in is like one of the richest counties, and we're the biggest producers of oil, and blah blah blah. So we were using this service to like, no, darn it, I gambled and I lost. And so we were using this service, and like going to our teachers and be like, hey, remember when you told us like look, our cat's asleep in the bed. And we'd be like, oh, remember when you told us like our town was like the richest? Well, it turns out we're not. And then, it was just that whole thing of like being a youngster and like, saying like, hey teacher, you're wrong and here's the proof. And it turns out the cost for telling, hey teacher, you're wrong and here's the proof, was like $30, because all of a sudden my mom was like, hey, what the heck is KBG and why are they charging me $30? Because I sent so many of these gosh darn text messages. Oh look, we got the scarecrow, and we can make basic fertilizer, which I don't want to hedge any bets, but I think the basic fertilizer is made from literally like the fish or something. So we got foraging, we can make wild seeds, and have a field snack, which is very important because now we can go in the dungeons. And our fishing went up. Now we can make bait, even though we can't use bait on the fishing rod that we currently have. But that's fine. Okay, we did good with farming. Look at that. Our parsnips alone made us almost as much money as we had when we started the game. Excellent. Foraging. Oh, the clam. Good. Clam was worth a lot. And fishing. Did good. I think Weasel was right about the halibut. We probably should have not sold that. Oh well. Oh look, we made $1,000. We might. I know we're extremely poor, so I don't think we have enough money yet for the backpack. But we need to not spend any money. We need to save for that backpack, which is $2,000 if memory serves right.